What really irritated me is the fact that, we've got politicians who are very well paid and very well looked after with their own private hotels, staying there on non-sitting days free of charge. We pick up the tab for everything, including the fringe benefits tax, and then they waltz outside and have $56,000 worth of free meals. I mean, come on, that is red hot.
So, Mike, your column this week, you've got stuck into parliamentary expenses that was revealed through estimates this week about the parliamentary annex and people staying there on the taxpayer's dime.
Well, that's right. It's a nice little deal they've had going for quite a few years now. It goes back to the Joe days, actually, when it was the building was erected to look after country members from the region so they could had somewhere to stay during sitting days. Now that's kind of morphed over the years to a nice little private hotel for honourable members, some of whom live, as I've written, a mere Uber ride away. And it's been going on for quite a while now, but now it's risen to prominence, and I think it's red hot.
Yeah, and you mentioned the annex that opened in 1979, and I love the name annex, which sort of suggests a little building off to the side, possibly made of canvas.
Yeah, a humble little thing there, nothing to get too excited about. Not a massive 84-room private hotel, which at one stage had a spa bath on the roof.
Yeah, well, I mentioned that to our state political editor, Hayden Johnson, and he said that the last time anyone went up there, it looks like they haven't touched it since since Joe left the building, and no one's keen to go in.
Yeah, you could have nightmares, visions of Russ Hinds floating around the parliamentary spa bath.
But the interesting thing is from estimates we find out that I think it's $35,000 of fringe benefits tax that the taxpayer has been lumped with because the actual stay is for free.
That's right, yeah. Well, that's just the last 12 months. And curiously, the year before, it was something like $7,000. So in the last 12 months, they've multiplied it by 5 times. And I mean, you're entitled to ask, well, certainly why, how, when, who.
Yes. And those questions were asked, but they weren't answered, were
they? They weren't answered. They don't want us to know who stayed there. In the report, they're referred to as Member A, Member B, so you just got to guess who may have stayed, in one case, for something like 36 nights.
Yeah. Well, look, playing devil's advocate, we're obviously the most decentralised state. We have MPs who live really over a day's travel from Parliament. And that's obviously what the ethos of the place is, but it seems like they're starting to take the piss.
Well, I reckon it would be so much cheaper for the taxpayer if they just stayed in hotels or motels. Instead of having this massive building, 84 rooms, on permanent standby for these guys. It's just, there's no justification for it, and they want to keep it that way. They want to keep the perk, And it's not as if they're underpaid or overworked either.
No, and also free meals is something you mentioned there as well.
Yeah, $56,000 I think so far in the last 12 months they've racked up. That's in meals on non-sitting days. I mean, sitting days, okay, they're entitled, I guess, to have a cut price meal, but non-sitting days and $56,000 worth, How many restaurants are there in George Street or in the CBD? Yeah. More than a few.
And they could probably do with a bit of support.
Yeah, exactly at these times. It's just... I guess what gets up my nose is this sense of entitlement. How dare you question what we've got? Yeah. And they make no attempt to justify it whatsoever. It's just ours. So stop asking embarrassing questions. You know?
And there's a saying in business, or in our business as well, that there's no such thing as a free lunch. They never heard that, did they?
No, I think they get more than the odd free lunch. They get free breakfast, free dinner, you name it. Yeah.
Now, you come up with a bit of a novel solution to a couple of problems that we have. This one of a massive building which actually is vacant, or most of the rooms are vacant for most of the year, and also the homeless problem that we've got. Was that tongue-in-cheek, or are you serious?
I think we're good. Well, why not? They just turn into a homeless refuge. I mean, I visited a few refuges recently, writing a column some months ago, and every night in this city there was something like 400 or 500 people sleep rough. Yeah. Okay, why don't you give them a crack? Yeah. They needn't use a spa bath, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a warm bed.
Yeah, wonderful idea. And look, at the very least, if it just gets them thinking about getting greater value out of that asset that they have there. And I think you make a very good point about the hotel rooms being a lot cheaper option.
Yeah, and the building could be repurposed easily, but don't hold your breath on that one, mate.
That's great, Mike. And to read your column in full, go to couriermail.com.au.